SI at your local Honda dealer. And by Miller Lite. For great taste, there is only one light beer.
Live from the Boston Gardens, the world champion Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics will be playing in front of the 282nd consecutive sellout crowd here at the Garden. And the Celtics will be going for their 49th consecutive win here on the parquet floors. Hi, everybody. It's Bob Neal along with Rick Barry. Last Wednesday night in Atlanta, it was a battle between two of the game's great scorers, Dominique Wilkins and Air Jordan. And Rick, tonight here in the Garden, we have a battle between two of, I'd say, the greatest team players in the history of the game, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
Yes, indeed, Bob. And fortunately, both of them will play. Bird coming off of an injury, 35 the other night against New Jersey. Magic banged his right knee against the Milwaukee Bucks in that loss the Lakers suffered a couple of days ago. He is expected to play. Now, the Lakers need him for two very important reasons. First of all, he's their leading scorer this year. But even more importantly, he is the man who runs the fast break. He is the guy that gets the job done for the Lakers, and that's what they have to do to beat the Celtics tonight, Bob. Run the basketball.
Whenever you talk about the Celtics in the NBA, you talk about who is going to match up with Kevin McHale. What are the Lakers going to do there?
Well, Pat Riley with some interesting changes here. He's going to have A.C. Green guarding Robert Parrish and putting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on Kevin McHale, which leaves Worthy on Bird. That creates an interesting problem for Larry Bird, who will be guarding A.C. Green. Should the Lakers control the defensive boards, Bird has got to find Green, who is really outstanding on the break. And, Bob, I tell you, you're going to have to do something about your shirt and tie. I can't stand it.
Get back down here so they can see. We make him lean over here so he can see us both on the same level. This is black and white. I am the colorized version. Ted Turner is definitely in favor of my version of dressing tonight. It's the spirit of the Christmas season and the holidays. And we'll be back here with black and white Rick Barry and beautiful colored Bob Neal right after this. Stay with us.
To reach for something bigger. To master a more challenging world. To feel the confidence and pride of knowing who you are, what you can do. Show the world your U.S. Navy. Live the adventure. Call 1-800-327-NAVY.
California Cooler reminds you, the indoor party season is now open. California Cooler, official drink of the indoor party season.
Cape Horn, graveyard for countless sailors. But for Jacques and Jean-Michel Cousteau, it's the ultimate test of their revolutionary windship, the Alcyon. For you, it's the ultimate adventure. Come with the world's greatest explorers as they rediscover a far corner of the world teeming with life, but riddled with risks. Cousteau's rediscovery of the world. Cape Horn, 8:05 Eastern on Superstation WTBS, Saturday night.
This is Charlie Neal in Atlanta, inviting you to join me at halftime for the Prudential Sports Update as we take a look at all of tonight's NBA action. I'll also take a look at another side of this man. He is Boston Celtics coach K.C. Jones. We'll have all that and more coming up at halftime. Now back to Boston and the colorful Bob Neal, along with Rick Barry for tonight's starting lineup.
Nice going. Thank you, Charlie. Everybody's in on this. I have an echo coming back to me on the feedback on my earpiece here, so I'll just announce that on the air live as everyone tells me. Now it's all fixed and we're ready to go from Boston Garden. I buy a new shirt and a new tie, and all of a sudden we have all these opening difficulties. Let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers. From Hollywood comes Worthy, Green, Abdul-Jabbar, Scott, and Johnson in the opening lineup, and the key name there, Magic Johnson. He had the bruised knee, as Rick told you, but will be playing tonight. And, of course, K.C. Jones, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers in his fourth year, Pat Riley in his sixth year, NBA Coach of the Month in November. There are the Boston Celtics starting lineup with McHale and Bird at the forwards, Parrish at center, Johnson and Ainge at the guard. Larry Bird's second game back since he was out 3 games with the strained Achilles tendons. And the officials tonight, Hugh Evans on the left and Jack Needs. Nice.
And I tell you what, if you bought that shirt and tie, I hope you didn't pay a lot for it.
Oh my, I'm happy that we're ready to get it away from the Guardians. And we're going to jump it again. Parrish and Abdul-Jabbar. There's Casey Jones. And a tipped ball, and good hands by Rick Barry. Has his first assist of the game. Knocked out of bounds. It will belong to the Los Angeles Lakers. Right in front of our scoring table. Magic Johnson. Sore right knee. And he bumped into Jack Sikma against Milwaukee. Worthy over McHale. But the Lakers go up 2-0. Lobbing over to McHale. First personal of the ball game against Abdul-Jabbar.
Now, this is what Pat Riley was concerned about, saying that they're taking a chance by perhaps Kareem picking up early fouls, which happened right away there. You can see them battling the left part of your screen now for position.
Larry Bird looking to lob it into McHale again, and does. McHale misses it. A.C. Green rebounding. Lakers running.
Magic Johnson with good help that time to throw McHale off.
Interesting to see how Johnson runs tonight with his sore right knee. Abdul-Jabbar. Worthy from the top of the key. It'll belong to the Boston Celtics. Opening moments from the Garden. It's Los Angeles 2, Boston nothing. Dennis Johnson, Lair, and Ainge in the backcourt for the Celtics. Danny Ainge. Parrish over A.C. Green. Rebound McHale.
Now that's one of the problems you could find. A player like Kareem is not used to boxing his man off the boards, and he's not playing against the center. And Kevin McHale is very active, so Kareem's going to have to be careful of just those type of plays.
McHale on Worthy. Giving him a lot of room on the outside. McHale backing in there to help double on Abdul-Jabbar, and Worthy takes advantage of it with his left hand.
That is just a beautiful move by James Worthy. He extends that arm when he shoots the ball in such a beautiful fashion, and a great touch.
4-2. Lakers looking for McHale. Posted low against Green. McHale misses. Green rebounds, and here come the Lakers.
Now, I don't know if that was a switch to put Green back on McHale permanently or not. We'll see next time down.
Magic Johnson. It's 6-2 Lakers. These matchups are everything tonight, and now it's McHale and Abdul-Jabbar.
Whoa, I tell you, the official was going to call the foul against McHale, and then all of a sudden he changed his mind and he's calling it against Kareem, as McHale and Kareem really were going at it. There's the play in the left center of your screen. They're battling for position. McHale falls down. Now, prior to that, McHale had really backed in and cleared Kareem out of the way. You see Kareem's reaction.
2 early fouls on Abdul-Jabbar. It could make a big difference in this game. 3-point attempt. Bingo! Larry Bird. 6-5 Lakers. Doubled on Abdul-Jabbar. Finds the open Worthy from 7 feet. Worthy makes it 8-5. Worthy with 6 early points here. Now Abdul-Jabbar against Parrish. 8-7 Lakers. Johnson. And the Celtics are running. Ainge open on the baseline, but Johnson will take it from 17. Green with the rebound. He's rebounded at least twice so far, maybe 3 early here for the Lakers.
What he's doing so well is screening his man off.
Johnson. Parrish leads the break way out in front of Ainge. Has Bird on his left. Danny takes it right down the middle. Left hand, good! Danny Ainge driving more, enjoying it more this year.
Scott ran into Kareem on that play, got knocked down. That's why Ainge was so wide open. But this is the pace of the game the Lakers really want. This could prove to be to their benefit in the long run.
Abdul-Jabbar with his left hand. Parrish rebound. Lakers have the lead for the first time. 9-8 can build the lead to 3.
The reason I say that, Bob, is that the Celtics play a lot of minutes.
Johnson penetrating past the other Johnson, Magic. 11-8.
Talk about all you want, how the players don't really care that much in regular season. You can see that they care in this ball game.
Abdul-Jabbar, the sky hook over Parrish.
Very high intensity level on this contest. Again, I point about those minutes. The Celtics starters are averaging over 40 minutes a game, and they've been besieged with injuries, and the Lakers have more players to play, so the end of the game could be the difference in who has the stronger legs.
Nice pass to McHale, misses, and rebound is lost off the knee of A.C. Green. It belonged to the Boston Celtics.
I think that little splint that he has on his left thumb caused him a problem that time when he went to reach for the ball and it slid out of his hand.
Had surgery on that thumb. Tore ligaments right at the end of the exhibition season. A.C. Green had been starting then. When he was hurt, Ramba started, and now Green is back. Illegal defense warning against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And it was against A.C. Green from the opposite side. There's that splint on that left thumb that we spoke about. Makes it very difficult to control the ball. It throws off a little bit of his shooting, especially, of course, with the left hand.
Boston 11, Lakers 10, first quarter. Dennis Johnson open. Dennis Johnson didn't score but 10 points against the New Jersey Nets the other night, but Dennis Johnson had 10 assists in that ball game. It's 13-10 Boston.
You don't have to score points, Bob, to help your team win if you're a good player.
What a battle with Abdul-Jabbar and Parrish. They're going to call it on Parrish. The other night against Milwaukee, Abdul-Jabbar was only 4 of 15 shooting from the floor, and the Milwaukee Bucks used Sikma, Mokeski, and Brewer and pounded on Abdul-Jabbar the entire ball game. There's only about 2 minutes 9 seconds remaining in the game when Abdul-Jabbar continued his streak of 715 games in a row of double-figure scoring. He had only 6 points with 3 minutes left in that game.
Kareem's free throws down a bit this year. He's usually a better free throw shooter than 66%.
13-12 Boston. 7:15 to go. Quarter number 1 from the Garden. Off the screen, Ainge. Danny Ainge had 25 points against the Nets. Worthy and the Lakers back very quickly. Worthy lighting them up here, has 8 points. He was hot against Milwaukee the other night, the only Laker who was. Dennis Johnson, the running jumper from the left side.
Still have 6:40 to play here in the first quarter, and they've already scored 31 points between them.
Make it 33. Magic Johnson just inside the three-point line, about a 22-footer. 1-point ball game. It's a beauty so far. The battle inside. Parrish and Jabbar battling against each other. Parrish taking it with the left hand, missing. It'll belong to the Celtics. Kareem is not exactly at his happiest at the moment. We'll be back to Boston Garden. 6:23 to go in quarter number 1.
You begin with raw steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish it to razor-sharp perfection. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines. The people who made the original wine coolers observed their own holiday traditions. They blended white wine and real fruit in the spirit of the season. California Cooler, keeping the tradition alive.
As you know, following on our broadcast, we talk about a Miller Lite player of the game. Well, one of the tools that we're going to use to determine a player of the game is the efficiency rating average. We'll call it the ERA of basketball. And you see the positives for a player could be baskets, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, minus his missed field goals, missed free throws, and turnovers. We'll subtract that bottom from the top and thereby get an efficiency rating. Rick, it'll give us a better idea of the overall quality of play of a player.
Whatever you say, Captain.
The test on this is whether or not Rick Barry understood it. He did, and we figured that everybody would.
Total baskets, of course, means 1 point for a field goal, 1 point for a free throw. And no matter what type of system you're going to use, there are always going to be those people who are going to disagree.
This guy last year, under a system very similar to that, Larry Bird, was the most efficient basketball is the MVP. So it's a pretty good system. We think you might enjoy that, so we'll be referring to it time to time, and we'll kind of update you on the efficiency rating on several of these players at halftime. 6:17 to go, first quarter, 17-16. Boston. Parrish. Turnaround jumper. Nice move, Robert Parrish. 4 points in the game for Robert. A.C. Green. Just inside the three-point line. Oh, Abdul-Jabbar. He, by the way, for his career is 0 for 12 in three-point attempts. Maybe he has a 22-foot range, but not a 23.
That's probably true, but I think he'd like to have at least one three-pointer before he hangs him up.
He said the other day, sooner or later, one of them is going to fall. It's 19-18 Boston. Shot clock to 7. 6. Parrish. Fouled by Abdul-Jabbar, and if it is, that'll be 3 on Kareem.
Now, that could be an interesting factor as you watch again. Kareem from behind. He goes over, gets the block, but hits Parrish in the head with his arm as he gets the block. We'll watch it from a different angle. First, he pushed off. Then he hits him with his right hip, and then he hits him in the head with his arm. So they had their choice of 3 fouls on that one. A lot of battling inside. And with Kareem on the bench, however, this is going to make the Lakers an even faster ball club, and they're going to push the ball up the floor perhaps even more. Kareem seemed to be a little bit tired getting back and forth in the transition, but with Rambis in the game, he's a fine runner. And if they do the job of playing good position on Paris, which Rambis can do, the Lakers are going to be a very quick team, and the Celtics are going to have to expend a lot of energy keeping up with them.
Remember, the man sitting there on the bench, Abdul-Jabbar, will be 40 in April. This is his unprecedented 18th season, and this will be the 3rd game in 4 nights for the Lakers. So, in a way, perhaps a blessing. Look at that age with a rebound, passed and over A.C. Green, and it's 22-18 Boston. Danny Ainge with a hustle rebound. This is what the Lakers call their small lineup. It is a quick one, sometimes very effective. Magic Johnson. Well, his knee's not bothering his shooting so far. Magic has 6 points. Technical on Pat Riley. I wonder if that could have had anything to do with the fouls called on Abdul-Jabbar early.
I'll give you, yeah, 3 chances on that one. The first 2 don't count. That's exactly what it was. Pat letting him know that he was not pleased with the type of calls being made. I think especially the second one, because I really believe that Jack was going to call the foul against Kevin McHale and then change his mind at the last second.
23-20 Boston, and they get the ball on the technical. West versus East. 2 different styles of basketball, different styles of players. They only meet twice in the regular season. McHale tried off the glass, missed. Rambis with a rebound.
Actually, the Lakers will be a better rebounding team with Rambis in because he rebounds much better than Kareem.
Kurt Rambis only 6'8", but a very powerful, aggressive inside player. Shot clock down to 7. 6. Worthy. Over Bird, missing badly. Out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lakers. New shot clock. 23-20 Boston.
One of the reasons I said I like the way this game is being played with the intensity level and up and down the court so quickly is I think that gives these great athletes in the NBA a chance to really show what they can do with their own creativity and their own great natural skills, because in a slow-down game, you don't have the open court to do them in.
Worthy over McHale. James Worthy with 10.
Of course, they do pretty well when they set up, don't they?
Not a bad half-court game. McHale finds the open. Dennis Johnson penetrates. He's fouled as he drives. And it's Magic Johnson's first foul of the ball game.
I'll tell you, the Laker defense is a really harassing type of defense. They do a lot of doubling, a lot of tripling. We'll watch the play right here as Magic Johnson reaches in from behind and touches the right side of the shooting hand of Dennis Johnson. That's where the foul was called. Barely caught him with his fingertips. But you'll watch the Lakers, and remember in the game against Dallas, it was their defense that won that game for them. Dallas played them very tough, but the Lakers really came through with outstanding defense, and they work very tough individually. They have some fine individual players in Rambis, A.C. Green, Cooper, but team-wise is where they really excel.
Lakers lost their opener to Houston, then came out and won 9 in a row. They had 9 of 12 games at home in November, have 8 of 9 on the road in December, so the Lakers will certainly be tested. 1-1 on the road so far on this trip. Magic Johnson.
Interesting, they said that Magic was not a good outside shooter when he first came into the league.
The other Johnson answers in time. Dennis, 24-26, Boston. Well, nobody's missing.
That's as well as I've seen Dennis Johnson shoot the ball. He's been having a problem with his outside shooting, but not tonight.
Worthy isolated on McHale. Now here comes Rambis. Worthy shoots it and gets it. 12 points for James Worthy. Worthy had 24 versus Milwaukee. He's halfway to that total already here in the first quarter with 3:32 remaining. Into Parrish. Open Dennis Johnson. Squares up and hits it. Johnson looks comfortable. His shoulders are square and his form is beautiful. 2-point Boston lead.
Coming from a shooter like you, Bob, that you should take to.
I square up my shoulders too, but something's missing. I don't know.
There's another fellow that could shoot. Byron Scott has great form and range. He and Cooper, two of the best three-point shooters in the game.
Knotted at 28. Parrish over Rambis. Parrish scoring.
This is incredible. Early on, they were shooting 64 and 57 for the Lakers and Celtics respectively. They're probably more than that now.
Johnson, Green with a rebound, and he's fouled, I think, by Larry Bird. It is Larry Bird. Bird's fouled out of 2 games this year, which for him is a little bit unusual, but only 1 in this one. 2 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Boston 30, Los Angeles 28.
Hey, you got that big behind. Well. I'm here to tell you all that life as you know it has ended. The Marines are looking for a few good men. Unfortunately, you ain't it. When you start looking like Marines, you'll start feeling like Marines, and pretty soon, damn it, you'll start acting like Marines.
Clint Eastwood, Heartbreak Ridge, rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
There are times you have to speak out when you know something's wrong.
Drugs are a problem for everyone, everywhere, and we all know there is no easy solution.
Drugs are a no-win situation. They damage your body and affect your mind.
Worst of all, drugs ruin lives and destroy families, just like yours.
When it comes your time to make your call, say no to drugs.
Because if you say yes, you're not the one calling the shots anymore.
It's time to stand up and let everyone know it's not okay to take drugs.
So if someone asks you, say, I'll pass. It's the best move you can make.
We're all in this together, and we want you to know.
The NBA family says no to drugs.
Play it smart. Don't foul out.
Join the NBA family's fight against drugs. Send $1 in a self-addressed stamped envelope to Don't Foul Out, Post Office Box 5418, New York, New York, 10185. A pin that your announcers are wearing proudly, and the coaches, and there's Casey Jones wearing the Don't Foul Out pin. How about the shooting percentage, Rick?
Well, you can see it right there, Bob. As we said, 68 and 65%, phenomenal. And it's not as if they're not playing any defense out there. They're working very hard on it, but it just shows you the great offensive skills that players in the NBA have. And you're seeing an exceptional display of it here tonight.
Lakers and the Celtics, they play only twice, unless they play again in the championship.
The break situation, as you look at AC Green's statistics for this season, both teams have had 5 breaks, but Boston outscoring the Lakers 8-4 off of those opportunities. I don't expect that will hold up throughout the remainder of the game. Should it, I would think that the Celtics would come out victorious.
At the end of tonight's game, Rick and I will be picking a Miller Lite player of the game. Could be tough here with everybody playing this well. Right now, Worthy with 12 points. Magic Johnson, Dennis Johnson with 11. They are the top scorers in the game. Magic has 8. Shot clock down to 7, 6. And that's the second illegal defense warning against the Lakers, and that will be a technical, and Boston will shoot it, get a new shot clock and the ball.
It was on Magic Johnson this time. Now watch Magic Johnson left of your screen. As the ball goes down inside, Magic goes into the foul line, and when they drop it back and he goes inside that area, he doesn't go to double, and he stayed in the middle of the lane, and that's where he created the problem. Once he went to that second zone lower than the free throw line, he had to go to the ball to double team. Once he stopped, he was in an illegal position, and that's why the call was made.
Boston 31-30 in control of the ball, 2:36 to go, first quarter. Nice pass into McHale, had problems. Green had his hands on it. Magic Johnson fouled him. That'll be 2 on Magic. Check that. They're going to call it on Rambis. First on Rambis.
There you see the good position McHale gets, and AC Green went for the steal. A little mishandle by McHale, and when he went up, there was a choice of people that the officials had to call the foul on, and they called it on Rambis. AC Green had come back over McHale's back, and Magic was in there as well.
Kevin McHale, by the way, is a new daddy, brand new baby boy. Congratulations to Kevin and his wife. His third child. Mother and child doing very well. They hadn't decided on the name, either Joseph or Thomas. They'll let you know. 33-30 Boston. Magic Johnson taking it all the way, looking for Rambis, deflected to Worthy. Out of bounds, Boston ball. Bird took a shot upside the head. Looks to be okay. Easy for me to say. Bird shaking off the cobwebs. Playing with renewed enthusiasm after sitting out 3 games with his sore ankle. Turned 30 last Sunday.
It was Achilles tendon that he stayed out for. He's had the sore ankles for quite a while. He said that they feel pretty good now.
Parrish, who has 9. 35-30, biggest lead of the ball game. Magic posting up Dennis. Five-point Boston lead. Chance to go to 7. Bird. Larry Bird with 7.
Such a great move he has. He makes that little step in and just fades back, and there's no way you can do anything about it.
Double team Worthy, shoots anyway. He's missed 2 or 3 in a row now after getting an early 12. James cooling a bit. Dennis Johnson, he's hot. Now he's cold.
He got hit on the arm.
He's fouled is what he is.
That's right.
Lakers running. Rambis following left hand. And the Lakers small lineup with Abdul-Jabbar. 3 fouls and on the bench. And now the Celtics trying to get the quick pass into McHale, intercepted by Cooper.
It's the Lakers type of game right now, Bob. And I guarantee you that the Celtics are getting a bit tired, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start to slow things down.
And the lead cut to 3 points with 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Larry Bird taking his time getting down court on this one. Into McHale. 4 Lakers converge on him, leaving Dennis Johnson open.
See, he wasn't hitting the arm that time.
39-34, Boston. Dennis Johnson leads all scorers with 13. Clock running out in the first quarter. Here's Cooper. He's good from 3-point range. Ainge all over him, but he's shooting it anyway. Loose ball to Worthy, and he's fouled on the hook.
Well, Lakers got a break on that bounce out that time as it went to Worthy, and Kevin McHale picking up the foul. James Worthy, as you look at Kevin McHale, is such a factor for the Celtics, is also just as important a factor, I think, for the Lakers' success. He really has blossomed into, I think, one of the outstanding forwards in the game. He's virtually unstoppable on the offensive end of the court, runs the break as well as any big man in the game, and, of course, he's known for his tomahawk dunks, that arm extended at the end of the play.
James Worthy, of course, from North Carolina, #1 overall draft choice in '82.
They talked about possibly having, thinking about trading him before the season started. I think that would have been a big mistake.
Larry Bird, turnaround. Parrish keeps it alive. Buzzer sounds at the end of the first quarter. Boston 39, Lakers 35.
I love this game. The fans, the noise, the tough shots, even these great NBA uniforms. You can get this authentic game jersey and other team clothing and accessories from this new official NBA catalog. Check it out. This team jacket and bag by Starter, and this cap by Sports Specialties. So, for this $1 catalog, credit card holders can call this toll-free number or send $1 to NBA Catalog, Building 73, Hanover, PA. Everything comes in all team colors and in all sizes. You can even get this sweater by Cliff Engel and this official Spalding game ball. So call 1-800-972-1000 or send $1 to NBA Catalog, Building 73, Hanover, PA. Your dollar will be credited to your first order. So order today so you can look as good as Larry Bird. Well, almost.
Alpha team, aggressor tank spotted.
In a battle.
Well, I'll tell you, the officials have had quite a chore out here. 39, 35 points, scored 15 breaks. And the amazing thing, you folks are being treated to some professional basketball here tonight. There's only been one turnover in this basketball game. And when you're playing that kind of a game and getting that many breaks and you're controlling the ball that well and shooting that well, this is really something to behold. This is the finest quarter of basketball that I've seen so far this season, Bob.
Unquestionably, and it should be that way between the Lakers and the Celtics. It's a 4-point Boston lead. Abdul-Jabbar on the bench for the Celtics with 3 quick personals in the ball game. Pat Riley got so riled that he picked up a technical foul, and now he's going to send in Mike Smrek into the ball game, and Fred Roberts comes in for Boston. Smrek is a free agent center, 7 feet tall, who had played with the Bulls, was waived after the preseason, signed on November 7th. Mike Smrek into the ball game.
You may see Larry Bird play a lot of minutes tonight. He had a long rest with the injury that Bob spoke about, and he's going to be one of the fresher Celtics.
Into Parrish. They work on Smrek. Parrish with an easy layup.
And you got it right, Bob. He worked on him, took advantage of him, got great position. You can't let Parrish get, or any player get position that close to the basket.
The Lakers simply do not have the quality of backup center that they want. Although, as I'm saying it, Mike Smrek comes in with a nice left-hand jump hook.
Well, he and Parrish are really going at it.
Smrek's a big guy. He weighs more than Parrish. Outweighs Parrish about 10 pounds. Is about the same height. 41-37 Boston. Lakers can cut it to 2. Opening moments, second quarter. Bob Neal and Rick Barry with you from Boston Garden. Cooper on Ainge. Parrish steps over. They have a mismatch now. Ainge and Smrek. Shot clock down to 5, 4. Worthy leaning in. Rattles it home. James Worthy gets his 15th point of the ball game. 41-39, 2-point Boston lead.
He has such great confidence now in his offense. He just takes his time.
They're going to go to Parrish often. Ainge scrambling for the ball, something he does so very well. Bird
doing something he does so very well.
43-39 Boston. That's the intangible of Danny Ainge. You can't measure that height, weight, statistics, speed, and the 94-yard dash, 94-foot dash.
James Worthy is putting on a clinic here offensively tonight.
17 points already. Worthy's high for the year is 30. Unless something happens, he'll probably break that in this ball game. 43-41 Boston. 10:06 to go second quarter. Bird off the screen over Smrek. Rambis to Michael Cooper. Magic Johnson getting a rest for the Lakers now. Cooper and Scott are the guards. Parrish, Celtics want to run. Roberts down court quickly. Johnson, he's open. Nice pass to Roberts. Gets the lay-in.
And that's the intangible about Dennis Johnson. He was shooting with the hot hand. Everybody expected him to shoot, but he spotted Roberts open. And credit Roberts for not turning his head and knowing where the ball was.
Worthy against Roberts. Roberts is 6'10". Rambis. Dennis Johnson. Celtics running. Can build their lead to 6. Fred Roberts from 8 feet. 4 quick points for Fred Roberts. Casey Jones likes this BYU grad a lot. Cooper answers.
Fred Riley likes him a lot.
No kidding. Casey Jones says that the first couple of steps of Fred Roberts reminds him of the young Bobby Jones in terms of his initial quickness. And look at that move. Speaking of initial quickness, Larry Bird.
And the shot was exceptional. He had to put reverse English on it from underneath the basket and did it so easily.
49-43 Boston. What a ball game. Reversing the ball to Scott. Rambis gives him the pick. Misses badly. Bird. Left hand. Eight-point Boston lead. Timeout Lakers. 8:24 to go in the first quarter.
facts and figures are one thing, but the best way to judge a Honda Prelude SI is by the seat of your pants.
So the issue is clear. Sony Video 8, the system of the future, or VHS-C, the compromise of the past. Now, as we've seen, the new Sony Handycam with autofocus and zoom gives you a measurably better picture, far superior sound, twice the recording time, and on Sony video cassettes, your memories are safe. While on VHS-C, they could be fleeting. I rest my case.
The Sony Video 8 system. Judge for yourself. Sunday on Award Theater.
I have a star witness who needs protection.
He's driven.
I think our man's in the building, and he was tipped where to find Gross.
Driven by an addiction.
With you, living with violence is a way of life. Living with violence and death.
An addiction to being a cop.
You work your side of the street, and I'll work mine.
Steve McQueen, Jacqueline Bisset, and Hollywood's greatest car chase ever. Bullet. 10:35 Eastern on the Superstation Sunday morning.
You want to talk about tradition, our NBA diary. Interesting fact tonight, the league championship, there have been 40 of them. Celtics have won 40%, the Lakers 23%, all others 37%. Amazing.
I'll tell you one thing now, Boston has just gone crazy here at the start of the second quarter. 6 for 8 from the field. They're up over 70% for the game. Now, they certainly can't keep that up, and they're beating the Lakers at their own game, which is getting down the court and getting opportunities off the fast break. I still expect that to turn around. The Lakers haven't exactly gone cold. They're 4 for 7.
JoJo White in the stands tonight. He's wearing his championship ring on his left hand. He was involved in a lot of them. Bob Neal, Rick Barry with you. Second quarter action from the Boston Garden. Turnover, one of the few in this game. 3-on-2. Darren Day, the brand new ball player, traveled. And I'm very surprised to see number 20 Darren Day in this early, because Casey Jones just signed this guy yesterday. He had been with the Bulls, prior to that with the Washington Bullets, but Darren Day is rusty. He hadn't been playing. Been sitting at home in Los Angeles.
It is interesting for him to get in. I didn't expect to see him at all.
Rambis takes it past Day, and Darren Day gets fouled, and that maybe is a sign of being a little rusty.
Well, this is true. I mean, he was in the ball game, and that's got to be a very inauspicious way to make your debut as a Boston Celtic. You come in the game, turn it over on the break, and then get taken advantage of down the other end of the court, and a three-point opportunity against you.
Let's set that lineup for you. Darren Day in there for Boston Celtics, along with Jerry Seasting, Fred Roberts, Kevin McHale, and Larry Bird. It's A.C. Green, Kurt Rambis, Byron Scott, Magic Johnson in the ball game for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Michael Cooper. 51-45 Boston, 7:46 to go, second quarter. Seasting is open.
Seasting has been out a long time with that intestinal flu problem. You can see his timing is not exactly back to normal.
A long time. 2 full weeks Seasting has been struggling with the stomach virus. Darren Day from UCLA.
And if they keep running, Seasting will be sucking wind real quick.
Three-point attempt. Scott. He's shooting over 50% from three-point range. 51-48 Boston.
All of a sudden, the Boston crowd is quieted.
This is where the benches are going to answer. Boston with the weak bench this year. Rambis kept it alive, controlled by Magic Johnson.
And that's going to need Magic to do. Get the rebounds, take it out like that on the break, finish it off like that. Well, at least he's going to the free throw line. But Bill Russell was always saying last season, Bob, that he really felt that that's when Magic was much more productive and helpful for the team. I agree. I think when he goes in and rebounds, takes it out on the break, that the Lakers are even more difficult to defend.
You were talking earlier today, Rick, about the fact that as Magic's career, he's in his, 7th year now. Magic Johnson's career gets along the line. He's 27. When he gets 28, 29, maybe he'll move his game inside more.
Well, I think what will happen is that when Kareem retires, which will be within who knows when with him, I mean, he's got the fountain of youth somewhere, that Magic Johnson will become more of a factor in the Laker offense inside, because he has such great potential to do things in there, as indicated by what he filled in for Kareem in that championship game against Philadelphia.
Boston had an 8-point lead. It is now a lead of 1 with 6:51 to go, second quarter. Bird changed his shot and hit it.
Billy Thompson had great defense on Bird, but Bird puts the adjustment, as you saw, and that's what makes him the great player he is.
Boston by 3. Larry Bird with 15 now. Wide open. But missing is Billy Thompson.
That's because Kevin McHale was there for the block.
Larry Bird to a 53-50 Boston. And McHale simply lost the handle on the ball.
He got one of his big feet in the way.
6:13 to go, second quarter. Michael Thompson. Rambus to Billy Thompson. Michael Cooper, I should have said, to Billy Thompson. Billy Thompson, the rookie, #1 draft choice, been playing well of late for Boston, for the Los Angeles Lakers. That fouls on Fred Roberts.
Fred obviously does not like to shave before the game.
Maybe he's growing a beard.
Well, he wants to look like Don Johnson, I think.
Boston Vice, huh? I think he had a beard in the preseason. Here's Magic Johnson shooting from 22. Loose ball foul. Billy Thompson, rookie from Louisville.
Takes a lot of razzing from his Laker teammates because of the start of the Louisville ball club in college ranks this year.
I think Denny Crum will have Louisville there when it counts, though. 3-point Boston lead, 5:42 to go in the second quarter. Roberts against Billy Thompson. Parrish quadruple teamed and misses.
Well, that's the Laker defense they talk about. They're going to converge every time they get a chance.
Johnson, what a move, Magic Johnson.
360 by Magic.
I hope we can look at that one later. We have a timeout on the floor. It's Boston 53, Lakers 52. Good ball game from the Garden in Boston. 5:20 to go in the second quarter.
Late one night, when all the families and all the houses all across the land were fast asleep, all of their old family cars were taken away. In their places were left shiny new Honda Accords. And they all drove happily ever after.
I remember my father's favorite chair. He'd come home, stretch out, and nap through all his favorite TV shows. That chair was home to him. When you take a seat on a Delta jet, I want you to feel like you're coming home. Sounds corny, I know, but I love what I do. And I don't get paid extra to smile. It just feels comfortable to me. Kind of like my father's chair.
Delta gets you there. We get you there with care.
California Cooler reminds you, the indoor party season is now open.
Nobody can do the sing like I do. Nobody can do the sing like I do. Nobody can do like I do.
California Cooler, official drink of the indoor party season.
Prudential Sports Update at halftime, along with scores, highlights from Charlie Neal. We'll have a special look at Casey Jones, the saloon singer. That'll be something.
You want to see that play again by Magic
Yes,
Johnson.
I do.
Here it is again. As he goes down the middle, see Robert Parrish turned the wrong way. DJ goes over, cuts him off, but he sees him, makes the 360 spin, comes right back to the middle, gets the bounce and in. And Magic Johnson, the master of prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. I would write that down, but I don't know how to spell it. Magic has 12 now. Magic's matched up on Parrish. Ainge into McHale. What a pass and shot.
And Green got caught going out too far and left McHale open, and the Celtics will find the open man as well as any team in the league.
3-point Boston lead. Now Johnson matched on Ainge. Matchups have changed a lot in this game. Fred Roberts blocking it. Johnson getting it back and losing it. Shot clock down to 6, 5, 4. Magic Johnson rattles it home. That wasn't pretty, but it still counts 2. 1-point Boston lead.
They were lucky. Magic was in the lane 3 seconds after he had lost the ball. He never left it. A.C. Green, a foul pushing against Parrish. Now the Lakers have turned this running game back around. Remember, they had both had 5 breaks and 8-4 in points for Boston. Now it's 14 points apiece. The Lakers have converted 5 break opportunities to have gotten even with the Celtics in that department.
I think it's a determination of the bench strength. The Lakers bench playing better than the Boston bench.
Exactly right. They have more depth and more people to get things done for them.
Roberts can't hold on to the Ainge pass. 55-54. Boston could lose the lead on this trip down for the Lakers.
And the tempo of the game has changed somewhat. It's not as high-scoring game. Of course, you saw such great shooting, but the game has slowed down a little bit. The Lakers need to push it more if they want to take advantage of the Celtics being an injured and tired ball club.
Lob into Billy Thompson at 6'6". He rattles it in over Fred Roberts, and now the Lakers have the lead by 1, 56-55. Garden crowd becoming a little bit uneasy, and there's what we're talking about, the bench. Dennis Johnson. Shooting touch tonight. 15 points for DJ. Cooper now matched up on Ainge. And they're posting Magic against Dennis. Hook shot. A.C. Green doing what he does so well. He does not get the basket, but he goes to the line.
He did a great job coming into the offensive glass that time and just actually bogarted Kevin McHale out of the way to take the rebound. We'll watch it again. Watch the right of your screen as Magic makes the move. There's Green. He'll come in. There's McHale. Now he sneaks inside. Now watch the move with the body. Boom. He just takes it away from McHale, who's knocked off balance. And the foul by Roberts is Green goes up and does not get the roll into the basket. But that's an example of screening a man off away from the glass. You saw Green had a clear path to come in there. If his man had screened him off, Celtics have the rebound.
Green misses the front end of the free throw situation. Of course, he's the #1 draft choice in '85 from Oregon State. Pat Riley was saying in the papers that he expects that A.C. Green and hopes that A.C. Green will be a regular, consistent starter. This is not a short-lived affair in terms of A.C. Green. They want him to be there with Worthy and Green, Abdul-Jabbar, Byron Scott, Magic Johnson, and then get Cooper and Rambis and Thompson off the bench. That's a strong 8. Ainge off the screen. Off the corner, Danny Ainge. His 8th point of this ball game. Cooper wanted to get it to A.C. Green very badly, but Parrish stepped in there to help.
Parrish just pushed him out of the way.
Rambis misses that time. A lot of people didn't know Rambis has a good outside shot, was a scoring leader when he played at Santa Clara. Ainge was wide open. Bird missed it with a pass. 2-point Boston lead. 3:07 to go, second quarter. And now Worthy comes back into the lineup.
You see the Lakers trying to push the ball up on every opportunity. Pat Riley says we're going to keep running at them and running at them and running at them because we're going to have a team with more stamina when we come down the stretch.
Johnson to Worthy. Cooper for 3 points. He hits more than 50% out there. Misses this time. McHale. Dennis Johnson.
Well, Cooper and Byron Scott have the green light on those 3-pointers.
Billy Thompson, nice pass out to Green. Couldn't handle it. Traveled with it. Turned the ball over in his hand.
And there's the problem that he has with that splint on the left hand. That caused him an initial problem, and he never did recover from it because he had a man wide open and should have just flipped the ball down the court. It was Magic Johnson.
There's the turnover. 7 for the Lakers. Only 7 for Boston. Only 3 for the Lakers. 2-point Boston lead. 2:27 to go, first half. Dennis Johnson just lost the handle as he spun into traffic. Cooper. Robert Parrish. McHale says he thinks Parrish is the best rebounder in the game today. McHale's a little prejudiced, but you know he's right in there. Nice pass.
And again, that's what Boston does so well. They are so intelligent. When they see a man come to double, they immediately survey the floor. They find the open guy, and they move the ball. Now watch it again. McHale sees the double, cross court all the way to Ainge. Ainge sees 2 men coming at him. Parrish is open in the middle. He finds him, goes to the basket, and gets fouled from behind by Cooper. That's just great basketball.
Robert Parrish to the free throw line.
I mean, what a joy to play on a team when you have players who see so much out there. It just really makes it a pleasure as a player, and also I think as a fan to watch it. That's why the Celtics sell out so often here. They're so much fun to watch.
You see what Parrish said in the paper? He said he always feels like he's the other guy. He said, I played at Golden State. I was the other guy to Rick Barry. He says, here I'm the other guy to Larry Bird. But he doesn't mind the role either place.
He's a heck of another guy, I'll tell you that.
61-57 Boston. Shot clock down to 8. Magic Johnson going into the lane with a vengeance, and he's fouled.
Well, it's worth it if we get to the free throw line, I say, Bob. We'll watch him again as he comes in. McHale over, reaches in. He's still moving. Bird goes in the air, and once you do that and you have contact, it's going to be the defensive player who is going to be called for the foul. But penetration, again, creates so many problems for teams' defense.
McHale gets the foul. Bird was there after McHale had fouled him. 61-58 Boston now with 1:42 to go in the quarter.
And when you have a fellow like that penetrating, it's even worse because he can do so many things. He can hurt you by doing it on his own, shooting it, or he's going to find the open man.
2-point game. Boston leading by 2.
It's been a great half of basketball, Bob.
Now Billy Thompson, the 6'6" wingman, out on Dennis Johnson. He interfered with that pass.
Those long arms that he has.
Cooper, finger roll, tossed out of bounds, Boston ball. You don't see the Lakers miss many opportunities like that.
I'll tell you, they've had 3 or 4 opportunities here in the last 3 minutes where they should have scored baskets, and they didn't, and the Celtics are very lucky that they're not trailing in this game.
Ainge for 3. Said he was fouled. His plea fell on deaf ears of Jack Neese, however. Nice pass from Magic. Billy Thompson blocked from behind. Nice, clean block by Dennis Johnson.
Billy Thompson probably wondering what the heck's happening here. You see Magic. You see how he's looking right, to his left, I mean, throws to his right. Dennis Johnson from behind. So Billy's gone up for 2 dunks. Had 1 blocked by McHale, 1 by DJ. Said, Billy, this isn't college basketball.
You're a good player, Billy. We know you'll be fine someday, but you're just a rookie, they are saying to him, certainly. 61-59 Boston. 56 seconds to go in the quarter.
22nd timeout. Casey Jones wants to discuss the strategy here because they should be able to get at least 2 opportunities to 1 for the Lakers right now.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 54 seconds in the quarter. This program authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. Coming up at halftime, Charlie Neal, who does not have on as attractive shirt and tie outfit as I do, but nevertheless looks pretty good. We'll have the Prudential Sports Update with scores and a special feature on Casey Jones. Casey is a saloon singer. He performs regularly here in Boston at a place called the Parker House Hotel. Yes, that man right there is a pretty good saloon singer.
Didn't he call Bill Russell skinny and scrawny? No.
Yes, I think he did.
On the radio the other night? I think I heard him. I don't know if, Bill's going to have a talk with him.
Perhaps he remembers when Bill was skinny and scrawny. 61-59. Boston. 12, 11, 10, and counting on the shot clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Bird with the shooter's bounce.
Now the Lakers can get it up and use 24 seconds, and the Celtics will get it back, and that's what we talked about. The Celtics using the clock, knowing they'll get 2 opportunities to the Lakers 1.
Worthy in the paint, got McHale airborne, but McHale came back down soon enough. Nice rebound. Thompson blocked again. He goes back to the glass. Billy Thompson, AC Green takes it up, and he's going to go to a jump ball situation with 19 seconds to go in the quarter.
Billy Thompson probably had more shots blocked right here in this quarter than he had in the whole season of college. Credit the Celtics with that outstanding defense inside to help prevent the Lakers from closing to within 2.
Perhaps even taking the lead, minus the shot blocking. The Lakers have had the opportunity to get the lead. Bad toss, they'll throw it up again.
Robert Parrish hit in the nose on that jump ball.
Jack Neese, the official, with the toss here.
Look at Bird and Magic right here battling for position right in the middle of your screen.
16 seconds, as you see at the top, clock counting down in the quarter. It's 63-59 Boston. This could be a big 2 points here. Bird. 19 for Bird. This will count if it goes. Thompson couldn't tip it. At the half, Boston 65, Los Angeles 59. The Prudential Sports Update next. Charlie Neal will have all the news, scores, and highlights from around the league, and that special feature on Casey Jones right after this.
Surprise! The fuel-injected CRX SI.
When you start something good, everyone wants a piece of it. Take light beer from Miller. Now there's lots of light beers out there saying they're less filling. Heck, that was the easy part. The hard part is brewing a light beer that tastes great. That's why Light's always brewed only with the finest ingredients. To let all that great beer taste come through for guys like you and me. The taste that's made light beer from Miller America's favorite light beer.
Hey, I always thought it was easy opening can.
Brighten your color, sharpen your sound with high-tech components designed to astound. Fine-tune your life with Emerson. Amazing new features, the ultimate prize. Step into the future, we'll open your eyes. Fine-tune your life. Emerson feels so right. Emerson, fine-tune your life with Emerson.
This is Charlie Neal in our Atlanta studios, and coming up next on the Prudential Sports Update, a look at the other 6 games on the NBA schedule tonight. You know, we all know of the success that Casey Jones has enjoyed as the Celtics coach. What we don't know much about is what he enjoys away from the basketball court. We'll see what that is, plus a lot more, coming up next.
A side-by-side comparison. This is an inexpensive car. One of the lowest priced cars in America. And this is a Honda.
Us guys at Miller Lite usually kid around, but since it's the holidays, we'd like to get a little serious.
Yeah. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Why you know Ed?
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, thanks.
To family and friends.
Even to quarterbacks.
We wish you health, happiness, and peace. There you go, Uke.
Oh, thanks, guys. Great seat. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
You're reaching deep inside you, the things you've never known. It's been tough, rough going, but you haven't gone alone.
We do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day.
All that you can
Hey,
be.
First Sergeant. Good morning.
Find your future in the Army.
Prudential Sports Update is brought to you by Prudential, offering a full range of insurance and other financial services. The Prudential, the Rock. It's strong, it's on the move, it's bigger than life.
Welcome back to Atlanta. I'm Charlie Neal. 6 other games on the NBA schedule tonight. Besides the Celtics and Lakers, which you're enjoying, one game has the 76ers, who are tied for the Atlantic Division lead with the Celtics traveling to the Meadowlands. They're taking on the Nets. The Nets have the worst record in the league, but the Nets are hanging tough with the 76ers right now at the Brendan Byrne Arena. They're playing without Orlando Woolridge, Otis Birdsong, and Albert King all injured, but the 76ers took advantage of that early. Charles Barkley with the block at one end and then the slam at the other, and Philadelphia led by 11 points. Dave Wall couldn't take much more, fired up his troops. Buck Williams responding with a move and a jam that pulled the Nets to within 4. Everybody started to kick back and relax as the Nets rally. Leon Wood off the break. It passed to Buck Williams. He slams it down. The Nets have an 11-point lead at that point. It was a 22-point turnaround for the team with the worst record in the league. They held the 76ers to just 1 field goal in the second quarter. The 76ers were 1 for 14. That equals out to 7% in the second quarter. And New Jersey has a surprising 64-51 lead. That's in the third quarter. Meanwhile, a good crowd at the Pontiac Silverdome. Pistons hosting the Bullets, the site of tonight's game. The Bullets inbound to Moses. He hits the turnaround jumper over Mahorn. He had 10 first quarter points, 14 at the half. Malone misses the jumper here. Detroit runs the break the other way. Watch Vinnie Johnson come out with a nice pass left side to Dennis Rodman. He lays it in. Darwin Cook then is stripped by Dumars. Dumars had 14 first half points, and he takes it all away for 2 of those 14. And that tied it in the second quarter. And right now at the Pontiac Silverdome, we find that the Pistons and the Bullets are all tied at 77. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, The Hawks, with the best record in the league, are hosting Sacramento. Now, the Kings have dropped 7 of their last 8 games. Earlier in the week, as you remember, Dominique Wilkins scored 57 points against Chicago. Well, so far tonight, he has 13 points, and right now in the third quarter, Atlanta has a 73-63 lead. That is over Sacramento. Now, in Milwaukee, the Bucks have not lost at home. Chicago has won only 2 of their last 9 games. That game just getting underway. Later tonight, Phoenix will be at Denver, and Portland will take on the Clippers in L.A. In other NBA news, Bob Hill, who replaced Hubie Brown as Knicks coach last week, has to be wondering, why did he take the job? There's been all kinds of rumors as to who will be the Knicks coach next season. In other words, they're not even giving him a chance to prove what he can do. One name that comes up as a replacement is Georgetown coach John Thompson. Many of you know that Thompson has been named coach of the 1988 Olympic team, and he told me this week that he will be with the Olympic team when they take the floor in 1988. Today's Washington Post reports that Kansas coach Larry Brown has the job next year if he wants it. In fact, the paper quotes an unnamed NBA coach as saying the deal is already done. It's a lock. We'll see what develops. We'll be back with more of the Prudential Sports Update in just a moment. Stay with us.
It's a jungle. That's how it feels when you're searching for life insurance. The natives don't speak
Arabic. I'd like to start off with a song that's about 300 years old, but I like it. It's a nice song. It's called You're Nobody Until Somebody Loves You. You're nobody until somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold. Gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. I say the world is the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love.
I started singing in 1968. I like singing. I started with the piano bars, sitting there with a bunch of other people, and they play the piano, and they say, who wants to sing, and I sing. I like the room. The room is just fantastic. They play the big band sound, big band music, and you can dance to it easily, and you sit and enjoy, and without the thing blowing you away. I like basketball. This is a hobby, singing. It's when I'm down, I like to go somewhere and hear some good music, and the words and the music help me get the thing out.
Somebody, find yourself somebody. You'd better find yourself somebody to love. Thank you.
Bugsy, stay. Make sure your auto insurance is under control when your car's not. Have your Prudential representative give you a fast, free pro review of your coverage.
Are you covered? I don't know.
You'd know with a Prudential Pro Review. The right coverage is no accident.
Oh, my.
Get a Pro Review from the Prudential and get a piece of the rock.
Nice boat.
Prudential Sports Update has been brought to you by Prudential, offering a full range of insurance and other financial services. The Prudential, the rock. It's strong, it's on the move, it's bigger than life.
Well, as always, thanks for watching. Now back to the Boston Garden. Bob and Rick are standing by to bring you the second half of that game between the Lakers and Celtics.
And thank you, Charlie Neal. It's a 6-point Boston lead, but I might point out that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got 3 quick fouls in the first quarter and played only 6 minutes. He is rested and ready for second half action, which could mean a lot to the Lakers.
Well, yes, indeed, it could, Bob. And, of course, with Kareem in the game, the Lakers are going to play a different style of game. They have that one key man to go to. Kareem's done it for so many years for them. I think what hurt them in the second quarter was that they could have had the lead. They had a lot of opportunities coming down on the break. They weren't able to capitalize. But give the Celtics credit for good, tough inside defense. But James Worthy never really got into the flow of the offense again after he got off to that great start. And, of course, for the Celtics, it's been Larry Bird, Johnson, and Parrish who have really done the job. And McHale, expect perhaps bigger things from in the second half.
Dennis Johnson had 8 assists. Larry Bird, 19 points in the first half. 6-point Boston lead. We'll be back here at the Boston Garden in just a moment for what we're expecting to be a very exciting second half. Stay with us, but first, a special play in the NBA.
Valvoline presents another special play in the NBA.
Boston's Larry Bird, a 3-time MVP, takes the pass from Dennis Johnson and pops his 16th three-pointer of the season.
Plays like that make the NBA special. Here's what makes motor oil special.
Big parade this year.
It's the economy.
Russell, what kind of motor oil are you using?
Motor oil is motor oil.
Motor oil definitely is not motor oil. A 4-cylinder engine works harder and needs the extra protection of specially formulated Valvoline 4-Guard.
Not much of a parade this year.
It's the economy.
Oh, Russell.
Ah, draft beer.
Overall perspective on the efficiency of players. We're debuting a feature on this ball game tonight called the efficiency rating, which you take the total of baskets, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, and then subtract the problems such as missed field goals, missed free throws, and turnovers to get an efficiency rating, so that just scoring or just rebounding alone won't say who's really playing the best in the game. And with that in mind, let's take a look at how some of the players did early in the ball game. That man, Dennis Johnson, had the highest efficiency rating, 20 positive points minus 6 negatives for 14. See, Bird, even though he had 19, had only 1 rebound and thereby just 10. Worthy also a lot of points, but he didn't contribute much in other areas, thus a lower efficiency rating. And we'll take a look at that also at the end of tonight's ball game. This one's underway for the third quarter, 65-59. Boston leading, Johnson missing, and the rebound, Magic Johnson. Coast to coast, as Rick Barry would say.
No, as Rick Barry would never say.
I saw the look of disdain. The Bob, don't say that again, look from Rick. And I will. 4-point Boston lead. Bird, nice pass to McHale. I thought he pushed off of AC Green, no whistle.
Bob, you can say whatever you like.
Thank you. I'm coachable. Magic Johnson. Worthy, who had struggled in the second quarter. Johnson, 22-footer. 4-point Boston lead. And Johnson has 20. That's his average. Parrish against Abdul-Jabbar with 3 fouls back in the game. And Parrish is going to take it right to him. Score.
It's amazing. 2 7-footers playing one-on-one basketball facing up from 18 feet.
Into Abdul-Jabbar. Now he'll work on Parrish. Parrish with the block. AC Green banks it off the glass.
And that's what Pat Riley likes about AC Green. He is a coach's type of player. He battles for those loose balls, gets the offensive rebounds, puts his body on the line.
Here's Parrish scoring again from about 14. 71-65, and Parrish has 17 points in this game.
He's 7 for 11 from the field.
And now 22 in the game for Magic.
This is the way the first quarter started off. If you missed that, it was an incredible quarter, 39-35, with great shooting on the part of both teams.
Now McHale over the double team, scores. A.C. Green was battling him. Magic dropped down on him, but it didn't stop Kevin McHale. 73-67 Boston. It'll belong to the Lakers. Last off of the Celtics.
Now, see, Jack Neese said that he thought the ball was touched by Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson's arguing. Jack Neese is consulting with Hugh Evans to see if he saw anything different, and he's sticking with his original call, which he should have done.
Once he showed a question, that's when the players jumped all over it. When he questioned his own eyes, got him into some trouble. 73-67 Boston. Worthy. Magic just inside the line. Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, he's getting banged around inside.
Pat Riley very upset about it.
Ainge. Byron Scott with a rebound. Lakers run, but the Celtics are back quickly into Abdul-Jabbar. Skyhook and finger roll. Change the skyhook. Skyhook, see how close he was. Decided he'd just lay it in there. 4-point Boston lead now. Bob Neal, Rick Barry with you from Boston Garden. 282nd consecutive sellout here. McHale all the way across to Dennis Johnson. Ainge. Rebound Abdul-Jabbar.
Again, the Lakers looking to push it up quickly, Bob.
And they're within 2.
A.C. Green is doing an outstanding job on Kevin McHale in this ball game. You remember Kareem started out on him, got early foul trouble, and they switched over to Green, and Green's held McHale with 6 points. Or helped hold him there.
McHale on the double team. Offensive foul. Good moves, but McHale leaned in to get the hoop.
We'll watch it again. Now we'll watch McHale at the right arm. There's the right arm that he actually bumped him, and he caught him a little bit with the elbow. Not an excessive amount of hooking, but enough to have drawn the foul.
Lakers can tie. 8:31 to go, third quarter.
Green walked with the ball. He shuffled both feet, moved about 6 inches, and no call.
Larry Bird stepped on the inline. It'll belong to the Lakers. 2-point Boston lead. Lakers can tie. New shot clock. Off the double screen, Scott gets the ball. Abdul-Jabbar. About 6. It is tied at 73. Kareem has 10. His 716th consecutive game of double figures. Started at 4. Is that an incredible statistic? It speaks of his endurance as much as anything. Parrish got in too far, hit the bottom of the backboard. Worthy over Bird. Bird, great defense. Worthy just being pounded. Johnson from 22.
Scott was fouled. He got pushed by Danny Ainge. He actually traveled with the ball. There should have been a call one way or the other. Officials are letting a little too much go right now, Bob.
It's tied at 73. 7:31 to go, third. The ball will belong.
What happens in this situation, you allow so much contact to go, invariably somebody's going to lose their temper and the game can get out of control. Look at McHale and A.C. Green battling. Now Hugh Evans is stepping in to try and break it up. And you said before that Kareem was getting hammered inside, and yet you were not hearing any whistles.
Excellent point.
They've done a good job up to this point, but they have to start blowing that whistle a little bit right now,
particularly with these two teams.
There's no love lost between these two ball clubs.
McHale against A.C. Green. Jump hook.
Now they're going at it again, McHale and Green, as they go down the court, a couple little bumps and bangs.
And McHale and Worthy are exchanging a few pleasantries. 75-73. Let's hope that Jack Neese and Hugh Evans keep a close eye on it. Green. A.C. Green.
And that's the shot that he was not taking last year. He would not even look for that open opportunity. Pat Riley said, if you're going to help this ball club, AC, you've got to take that open shot. You hurt us when you don't do it, and he's responded.
Pat told him he considered it a missed shot if he didn't take it. Bird on the turnaround.
Larry Bird shooting phenomenally in this game. He was 8 for 10 in the first half in the field.
21 for Bird now. on Dennis Johnson.
Now, that's the amazing thing. Now, here was a little bit of a reach in, a little bump, but outside in front of everybody. The stuff inside, they're letting go, and so hopefully they'll keep it under control with Boston with a 2-point lead.
6:43 to go, third quarter.
Renault and Jeep, the official vehicles of the NBA, presents the NBA Rule Book Quiz. The Portland Trail Blazers tap the ball forward on a center jump, but mistakenly pivot and head for the wrong end. They score 2 points in the Lakers' goal. Is this a legal basket?
You know, the engineers who designed this Renault Alliance.
And Jeep, the official vehicles of the NBA.
More NBA action coming your way next Tuesday. From Milwaukee, Skip Carey and Bill Russell will have the Sixers and the Bucks, both teams in second place in their division, and they'll be there at the end. You can count on that. Then on Friday, Rick and I will travel all the way to Portland. Portland getting some good play from Steve Johnson since Sam Bowie went down. Houston struggling. Keem Olajuwon had been injured. Sampson's back in there.
That Midwest division is really in quite a turmoil.
Somebody called it the Midworst the other day. I don't know if I'd go that far, but somebody said that. 2-point Boston lead.
Oh!
Worthy, pass Bird. It's tied at 77.
And that's what you have to do when the team converges inside on the man. You've got to cut to the basket. The guy whose man left you, you've got to move, make yourself available. Now, see, now Kareem wonders why the foul is called against him, but he left his feet. And I told you before, when you're in the air, invariably the call will go against the defender in a situation like that, even though Parrish initiated the contact. Now, watch Parrish, pushes off with the left hand. Kareem goes in the air. Now, Parrish jumps into Kareem, initiating the contact, but Kareem's called for the foul.
Parrish at the line for his 18th point. Parrish has 6 rebounds in the game.
I really think if I were an official, and a lot of times officials said I thought I was when I played, that on that particular play, I don't think they should have made a call on that play. They should have let that play go.
But it's kind of interesting. Obviously, as you had pointed out, there was a lot of very physical play where nothing was called, and I think the officials probably decided that they needed to do that. And it, unfortunately, from Abdul-Jabbar's point of view, happened to be him who got that first 2 to the whistle, and he now has 4 over Parrish. Skyhook. Tied at 79. Biggest lead in the game's been Boston by 8. LA did lead at one time by 4 early. Dennis Johnson. Everybody's out high for Boston. Now they're going to cut off the high post of Parrish. Shot clock down to 10. Ainge, it's a 2-point shot. He stepped down just inside that line.
Another good job of Icy Green screening McHale away from the glass, tracking down the rebound.
Lakers can take the lead here. Worthy. Can't see anybody, just fires it. 21 for James Worthy.
That's the advantage of having a great outside shooter on your ball club. If nothing develops, he always has that threat.
McHale ties it.
Kareem committed a violation that time, bringing it in bounds, Bob. He really never was out of bounds when he threw it in, and he should be called for that. The officials allow that to go quite a bit in this league.
It helps the Lakers because that's that millisecond that'll get them just that enough of an edge to run. Jabbar finds the open Worthy. Jump hook falls.
Well, Worthy's gotten back on track again.
23 points, leading all scorers in the ball game. Magic Johnson has 22. We have 4:52 to go, third quarter. 2-point Laker lead. And as Johnson gets Magic airborne. Parrish has 7th rebound and his 21st point.
Dennis Johnson has not got himself back on track.
Magic Johnson with 24. My, what a basketball game. Hope you folks are enjoying it. From the Boston Garden, 85-83 Lakers.
Celtics, you notice, taking a lot more time on their offense. That's a walk.
Dennis Johnson shoots it with 5 seconds left. McHale keeps it alive. New clock. He's fouled in the paint. And it's Magic Johnson's foul. Kurt Rambis into the ball game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Getting a little bit bigger lineup in there right now. Kareem leaves. He has 4 personals, and Cooper comes into the ball game too. So it's Worthy, Rambis, AC Green, Cooper, and Magic. Johnson finds the opening.
Well, we saw that happen frequently in the first half when the Lakers go for that double team. The Boston Celtics get it to the open man.
Lakers are hot, too, though. They've made their last 6 field goal attempts. It's tied at 85. Shot clock to 8. Johnson missing. Rambis with great position rebounding. Parrish with the block.
Again, a lot of contact there and no whistle.
4 on 3. What a move by Dennis Johnson. Always under control. He has 17. Celtics regain the lead, 87-85. Worthy on the baseline.
Illegal defense is going to be called against Michael Cooper.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the first illegal warning against Boston. Already there have been 2 against L.A.
So that is L.A.
Excuse me.
Technical foul.
Excuse me, and it'll be go to the line. They'll go to the line to shoot.
Now watch Cooper left of the screen, left center. Now here he is above the line. Now he's at the key area. Does he drop back in? Now the reason is the man comes over. They call that he had to be on the other side of the middle of that lane because his man had gone over to the left of your screen. He did not go with his man. He stayed on the right side and was called for the illegal defense.
3 illegal calls against the Lakers in the game, and Boston has taken a 3-point lead with 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Started out as a party.
You can run it, you can gun it, you can hook it, alley-oop it at the hoop. A superstation is the way to see the NBA at the hoop. Let's go! Let's go to the hoop. NBA. Let's go to the hoop. Superstation. Let's go to the hoop. NBA. Let's go to the hoop. When you want to see the best, it's WTBS at the hoop.
The NCAA Division III Championship football game Saturday. The Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl. Salisbury State from Maryland versus Augustana of Illinois. That'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time from Phoenix City, Alabama. Mick Hubert and Bill Curry. Bill Curry, the coach at Georgia Tech.
Now here's a very interesting statistic coming up, Bob. The Lakers, with that small team we're talking about, have done a great job on the offensive boards. 11-4, they have the lead over Boston. However, Boston's only trailing by 1 point. The Lakers' inability to convert when they get those second opportunities has really hurt them in this ball game. They trail by 3 points with 3:02 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Boston leading by 3. It'll be Boston ball. There was an illegal defense called against the Lakers. Bird hit the technical free throw. That's the 3rd call against the Lakers in the game, none on Boston for the illegal defense. By the way, Lakers have 2 team fouls. Boston only 1 in this quarter. Ainge finds the opening. And he has 12. 5 Boston players in double figures.
Well, they need to have that against the Slager ball club. They don't have much help off the bench. Only 4 off the bench in the first half, and that was all from Roberts.
Shot clock down inside 10 now. Off the screen comes Cooper.
Mismatch
has Worthy against Ainge. Shot clock to 4. 3, 2. AC Green.
Doesn't count.
The buzzer sounded before Green shot. It remains Boston 90, LA 85. First Los Angeles turnover in this 3rd quarter with only 2:14 left. But the Lakers trail by 5. And I think Rick told you moments ago, primarily because they've not been converting on the offensive boards. What a pass, Johnson to Bird. A bullet pass. Suddenly the Celtics by 6, by 7. Boston can take their biggest lead of the game here. Just moments ago, the Lakers had a 2-point lead. Boston's got them in this half-court game. Lakers haven't been able to run very well. Parrish misses on the attempted jam.
Magic Johnson got a hand on it from behind.
Worthy.
What a thing of beauty. He has such great ability to spin and still get square to the basket and shoot it with such a soft touch. James Worthy.
5-point Boston lead. Worthy with 25 in the game.
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of banging going on when these players are cutting through underneath to try and get position on the screens.
Parrish against Rambus. Has him by 4 or 5 inches. Misses his turnarounder, though, and the Lakers are running now. This is what they want to do. Boston had him slowed down a minute or two ago. Johnson with a left hand. He misses. He's fouled.
Now, see, that's the intelligent play by Magic Johnson. He was on the move. You had the continuation rule in the NBA. A lot of players, when they got bumped, would have just stopped. Magic had enough insight, knowing that when that whistle came up, he had a chance to get the shot off, and he almost came away with a basket.
Kind of pulled a Dolph Shays move there, shot with both hands. 24 points for Magic on the night, 6 assists. Make it, well, still 24. High scorer in the game at this point is Worthy with 25. Bird has 24.
Larry's going to get a little rest right now. His third kill comes in for him. Larry played 22 minutes in the first half. So Casey taking him now, he'll get a minute now, plus he'll get the timeout rest, so that'll give him a chance to be fresh for the fourth quarter.
4-point Boston lead, less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Good ball game from the Garden. Fred Roberts. Shot clock inside 10. Ainge off the screen, but Cooper with great defense.
Well, he wasn't on the all-defensive team all these years for nothing.
Cooper for 3. Third kill. Has Johnson, didn't see it.
Now, even the players and the fans are getting concerned about the lack of whistles being blown with all the contact.
Dennis Johnson. Now Dennis has 19 points. Everybody fattening average here tonight. 94-88 Boston. Clock running out in the quarter. Nice defensive play by Fred Roberts. Worthy looks around and says, where's the whistle? There's the buzzer. 3 quarters are history. Boston 94. Los Angeles 88.
Sports for people with disabilities. Call your Easter Seal Society.
Big wins are always won with a heart.
This is Charlie Neal in Atlanta at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. The Nets running the court and away on the scoreboard. Here, Coleman to Tony Brown. And Tony Brown makes the inside move. The Nets trouncing the Sixers 97-71 in the fourth quarter, a 26-point lead. Now back to Boston.
Thank you, Charlie. What a surprising score. The Nets struggling all year, leading the Sixers 97-71 in the fourth.
Well, of course, the Sixers having a problem. Cliff Robinson, I believe, is out in that ball game.
Good point. By the way, Philadelphia will be going to Milwaukee on Tuesday night. Skip Carey, Bill Russell have that game for you. Be out in Portland on Friday night for Houston-Portland at 10:05 Eastern time.
Look at this. The Celtics shooting percentage for this ball game. That is phenomenal. The Lakers, of course, the perennial leaders in that department in the NBA over the last few seasons. And there are the scoring totals for each of the respective quarters. You can see that first quarter was blistering. Third quarter also a very productive quarter on the part of the Boston Celtics.
When the Celtics lead going into the fourth quarter in 1986-87, they are 12-2. Lakers, Worthy. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Spin move, jump, doesn't fall. Rambus kept it alive, but you haven't said he stepped on the line, and it will belong to the Celtics. Let's check the lineups now. For the Boston Celtics, we have Carlisle and Seasting. Third kill, Fred Roberts and Kevin McHale on the floor.
That's a bizarre lineup.
It certainly is. Scott and Cooper, the guards for Los Angeles. It is Worthy, Rambus, and Abdul-Jabbar up front. McHale. Only 16 for McHale tonight. When I say only, everybody else fattening their averages. McHale a little below his.
Well, he had 8 points in the third quarter. He only had 6 in the first half.
Abdul-Jabbar against McHale. Double team. Finds the open man for 3. Cooper's missed 3 of those tonight. Rambus keeps it alive. The Lakers a little disorganized looking right now. You'd think it'd be Boston with Boston all the subs in right now. Boston with a rebound, leading by 8, a chance to go up by 10. Seasting and Carlisle the guards. Really, 3 guards. His third kill's also in there. Shot clock to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. McHale. Rebound Abdul-Jabbar. Worthy running, but there are 4 Celtics back. Now 5. Cooper gets this one from about 17.
The Lakers needed that basket, Bob. They couldn't afford to let the Celtics get up by 10 with this lineup.
Roberts quickly down, and he's fouled. Now, that's what Casey Jones was talking about Fred Roberts when he compared him to Bobby Jones. He says he has that quick acceleration that Bobby Jones has in a move like that. Third kill out, Larry Bird back in for Boston.
And KC giving Larry a few extra minutes longer after that 1-minute break at the end of the third, the timeout, and 2 additional minutes here, so Larry should be ready to go. He's been very effective thus far in the game.
Fred Roberts didn't score any points the other night for Boston when they played the other night. He got a laceration on the right side of his nose, but prior to that, Fred Roberts has been playing well, particularly in support of the resting and/or injured Larry Bird. 98-90 Boston.
We'll see if the Lakers' strategy of trying to keep up a fast running pace will take its toll here in the fourth quarter.
Abdul-Jabbar has it stripped away. It'll belong to the Lakers. Magic Johnson back into the ball game for L.A. Parrish will re-enter the game for the Celtics. Rambis and Roberts exit. .90 Boston. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Skyhook. 6-point game. Lakers have been playing great defense so far this year. Let's see how they can do it here. They'll need it now the next 4 or 5 minutes.
Could be the key to the game.
Some good defense there. Miss on McHale. Rebound Lakers. Cooper on the run. Lakers could pull to within 4. Down to Jabbar from the baseline. It is a 4-point game. 9:19 to go. Bird, they double-teamed him. He very quickly found Carlisle. Found Bird again. Shot clock to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. McHale with the tip-in.
That's why you have to screen the man off.
McHale was everywhere. He was outside, inside, on the left side, right side. Three-pointer by Cooper, and all of a sudden it's Boston 100, L.A. 97. What a ball game. We've said that several times, but I haven't seen one this good all year. Parrish on a mismatch with Magic Johnson.
Somebody should have attacked the weak side of the floor when Robert Parrish put the ball on the floor.
Parrish has 23 points. 5-point Boston lead. Magic Johnson around Carlisle. He's fouled and he'll go to the line.
Now Magic knew as soon as he saw it was Carlisle on him and nobody had come to double team that he was going to take him to the hole, and he was a man with a mission, and he's going to have a chance for that 3-point opportunity as we have some more substitutions.
He got his opportunity just before Carlisle was going to take the rest. Ainge comes back in the game along with Dennis Johnson, and Boston now has the starting lineup in there.
And Magic's actually going to be a forward right now because you have Laura Cooper will play forward. We'll see. He may play offensive guard and defensive forward. We'll see.
So we have A.C. Green, Abdul-Jabbar, Cooper, Johnson, and Byron Scott.
And Magic is playing defensive guard against Johnson.
Parrish over Abdul-Jabbar.
Cooper is on Bird.
Good block out by A.C. Green with the rebound.
Been doing that all night long, Bob.
Lakers could pull to within 1. Cooper. He looked off balance.
He couldn't believe he didn't get a foul call because Larry Bird had hit him as he stopped and reached back in.
It's a 1-point Boston lead. 7:26 to go in the game. You see the time at the top of your screen. Boston going for their 49th consecutive win on the parquet floor. Ainge just inside the three-point line.
Magic Johnson made him change that shot.
Lakers have hit 6 shots in a row. They get 7. Byron Scott. And the Lakers have taken the lead. Casey Jones has taken a timeout with 6:57 remaining.
Does Miller have
the NBA and the off-season baseball news? Subscribe to the Super Sports News. 12 issues for $11.95. Call 1-800-257-1234 and tell them Rick sent you.
Yeah, and they'll charge you $12.95.
103-102 Lakers, and the Garden is becoming even more noisy. This Laker defense out high, pressing man-on-man. Ainge. Johnson. The Lakers now able to run. They seem to be rebounding better, and they're running more.
Well, again, that's been the strategy for the whole game. It's starting to pay off.
Cooper for 3. His three-point percentage was above 50% coming into the game. It could drop. I think he's 1 for 5 on three-point attempts tonight. Boston can take the lead. Dennis Johnson's over. 22.
What a great job A.C. Green just did on Kevin McHale on that sequence there to deny him the ball and keep him off the glass. Outstanding defense.
Jabbar went right, then turned left. He's fouled by Ainge.
Now let's watch this play. Now look at A.C. Green, the right of your screen, up in front to prevent the pass to come in. Works real hard, keeps battling. Look at McHale, hit him and bang him. Then he spins to get position to keep him off the glass. You can't ask for a better effort than that defensively. What a game he's playing tonight defensively on McHale. McHale scored a lot of his points when A.C. was out of the game. He held him to 6 in the first half, and I'm really impressed by his effort defensively.
Abdul-Jabbar makes it 104-102.
Talked about the running game, Bob. The fast breaks now. 22 chances for the Lakers. They have 26 points. The Celtics 16 chances for 18 points. And so LA's plan is starting to pay dividends right now.
Abdul-Jabbar has 18 now. 6 minutes, 2 seconds remain in this game. Lakers 105, Boston 102. Timeout, Boston. What Rick was talking about just a moment ago on the Lakers break that got him back in this ball game, got him a 3-point lead. Here's the situation. 6 minutes, 2 seconds remaining at Boston Garden. Lakers 105, Boston 102. 1 team foul so far on Los Angeles, only 2 on Boston. The only player in any foul trouble in the game is Abdul-Jabbar with 4. Nobody else with any more than 3. That is McHale, and he has 3.
The Lakers have done it with their great defense. They've kept the Celtics outside, and they have not hit the shots.
Shot clock to 9. Bird with the turnaround.
Boy, that is just an incredibly tough shot that he made over great defense by Cooper. But again, they had to take the outside shot. This time, fortunately for Boston, it went in.
Bird with 26. Magic Johnson, nice play to save an errant pass. Lakers lead by 1. Shot clock inside 10.
McHale should be called for an illegal zone. He's not guarding it, but illegal defense. They let him get away with that one. He stood right in the middle of the lane.
Abdul-Jabbar really didn't want that shot. Didn't like his position. Knew it wasn't going to fall. Boston can take the lead now. Loose ball foul. Excuse me, 3 seconds. 3 seconds in the lane. Big turnover. Boston had an opportunity to go in front. 5:07 to go in the game. This skyhook will go down. Jabbar has 20 now. Abdul-Jabbar with 20 in the game. Lakers by 3. Oh, the battle inside is ferocious down there. Look at Parrish. Jabbar. A.C. Green, another big rebound. Off the glass. 109-104. The Lakers by 5. The Boston winning streak at the Garden is on the line. McHale.
One of the few times A.C. Green has been beaten by Kevin McHale.
4 minutes remaining in the game. Lakers lead by 3. Abdul-Jabbar, left-handed. It belongs to Los Angeles with a new shot clock.
4 white shirts and only one of the purple jerseys of the Lakers. You can see that right now is what's happened in the backcourt for the Boston Celtics. Dennis Johnson was so hot in the first half, and Danny Ainge, they have not been able to do it from the outside.
3:51 to go in the game. Let's go to our studios in Atlanta and Charlie Neal.
Thank you very much, Bob. This is Charlie Neal in Atlanta at the Silverdome. Jeff Malone misses with time running out. Moses gets the rebound over Lambeer, and watch him put it up. With 2 seconds left, Bullets win it 116 to 115. Moses finished with 27 points. Now let's go back to Boston.
Thank you, Charlie. Here we have 3:51 remaining. The Lakers lead by 3. And Boston's attempt at 49 straight victories at Boston Garden is on the line here.
And they're going to have to try and do it with some little better defense. The Lakers have been able to get much better opportunities here in the last several minutes, whereas Boston, aside from that last basket by McHale when A.C. Green went for the steal and missed it, and the weak side was a little late getting over there. That was the first real easy basket that they have come up with in several minutes. So the Lakers defense has been a little bit more productive than the Boston defense so far here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this final quarter.
Checking the scoring for Los Angeles, Worthy has 25, Abdul-Jabbar 20. Magic Johnson has 29. He leads all scorers in the game for Boston. McHale with 20, Bird 26, Parrish 23, Dennis Johnson 19, Ainge 12.
Now, Bob, I think it's really essential for the Lakers to not allow themselves to get caught up in a tempo that is going to favor the Celtics. They have still got to force the issue by pushing that ball up the court, getting the opportunities, just as Magic did on that beautiful drive that he made against DJ. They have got to still play their game. If they slow the tempo of the game down, the Celtics are going to have a chance to pull this one out.
Okay, let's check the lineups. The starting lineups are in there for both teams. For the Lakers, Abdul-Jabbar up front. We have A.C. Green, Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, and Cooper.
Worthy, the only starter for the Lakers, not in.
Worthy is not in there. The starters are in there for the Boston Celtics. Abdul-Jabbar from the baseline. 111-106. Lakers lead.
Very important offensive play right here coming up for Boston.
Cooper guarding Bird. Shot clock to 9, 8, 6. Out of bounds. It will belong to the Celtics. They'll have 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Great recovery by the Lakers defensively as Byron Scott hustled to get over and close out on DJ to take the shot away.
They reset the shot clock to 5 seconds. Dennis Johnson over Magic. Clutch basket.
And he has not been shooting well, as we pointed out, and came through when they needed it, but that's been his history.
Lakers by 3.
And a mismatch inside, Kareem with DJ. They finally get the illegal defense on McHale.
That's the first warning against Boston. It'll be played in from the side. And a new shot clock for the Lakers. 2 team fouls on Boston, 1 on Los Angeles with 2:59 to go in this ball game. To Abdul-Jabbar, he's isolated with Parrish. What a battle that is. Won this time by Kareem. 113-108.
It's amazing how he can continue to perform at this level at his age. It shows you what you can do if you keep yourself in good shape.
His 18-minute rest in the first half helping out here. Ainge ran right smack dab into Abdul-Jabbar, who just stood there. Ainge changed his shot so much he couldn't score.
Again, the Lakers with tough defense, Bob. We keep pointing it out, but this is what has been giving them the opportunity to have the fine record that they have. They're good defense.
Shot clock to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Abdul-Jabbar scoring for the Lakers down the stretch with 26, and timeout Boston. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
Let's watch the man do his job. Here he is. He uses his left arm to keep Parrish away, backs him in, gets deeper and deeper in. Nobody comes to attack him, and finally he makes the turn. And we've seen that happen many, many times throughout the years. Again, I'm surprised that Boston didn't send somebody at Kareem when he put it on the floor. In all the years that I played by, that was usually the general strategy. The moment Kareem puts it on the floor, usually a guard or one of the forwards nearby would attack him to prevent him from doing exactly what we just saw him accomplish.
It's a 7-point Laker lead with 2 minutes, 1 second left in the game.
You know, I'll tell you what, I'm amazed here. I'm seeing a lot of Boston Celtics fans leaving Boston Garden with 2:01 to play, and Boston Celtics trailing by 7. Some of the diehard Celtic fans have given up.
That is stunning, in fact. But not many. A few are leaving. There's still a lot of full seats, however. I see them.
There's quite a few people leaving, Bob.
There's 7 in that picture there. Kareem has 14 points in the fourth quarter. Celtics have 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and again,
that's the name of that tune.
That's right, and that's defense. Exactly right.
Red Auerbach is now out of his seat, blocking the exits.
I think so.
Sending people back into their seats.
He's sitting behind us along with John Havlicek and his wife, Beth. As Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you get a good profile of Kareem, and he has been the man of the hour for the Los Angeles Lakers. And we mentioned that with him in the game in the second half, having sat out with foul trouble in the first half, the Lakers are afforded the option of playing a different type of game. They don't have to rely just on their fast break opportunities and James Worthy and Magic Johnson. They have the man to go to, and Kareem once again has responded, as Robert Parrish has been the man to have to work on him. There's Red Auerbach, John Havlicek, and his wife Beth.
Yes, Mr. Auerbach is not happy. The Celtics going for the 49th consecutive win here at Boston Garden. You know, it didn't take a genius to figure that Abdul-Jabbar might play a very good game here. He had a bad game, a game that he was very disappointed in, shooting only 4 for 15 from the field and scoring only 10 against Milwaukee. Rarely does a player of his caliber have 2 poor games.
I will say that at our luncheon meeting today, you said that.
Thank you. He's proven me right today, and I feel good about that. Big rebound by Worthy. 115-108 LA, 141 to go in the ball game. Boston needed that one.
Now the Lakers don't have to be in all that big a hurry because the clock is now their ally.
Johnson slithers the ball through somehow to Cooper. To Worthy. Shot clock to 5. Big miss by Worthy. The game clock with 1:21 remaining. 3-point attempt. Missed. McHale knocks it out of bounds. LA is really hitting the field goals. Look at the difference here. 12 of 19 versus 6 of 18.
Again, the broken record, the defense of the Lakers forced Boston outside, and they did not convert.
1 minute to go in the game. Magic Johnson missing. The Lakers not quite putting the nail in here, although it's close. The pass down to McHale, tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers. The whole Laker bench standing up down there at the end. They can't believe it either. Now the fans are filing en masse out of Boston Garden. I don't think they can stand to see it. The revered Celtics.
They're not here when the horn blows. It didn't happen.
7-point lead for the Lakers, 38 seconds to go in the ball game, and the Lakers have broken the 48-game Boston Garden win streak as Magic Johnson does hammer the lid shut. Magic with 31 in the game now. Rick, you're going to have to pick a most valuable player. Reverse, Kevin McHale.
I tell you, James Worthy had an outstanding game. Kareem was the man of the hour down the clutch, and Magic Johnson's played so well. It's a very difficult choice to make, and AC Green has had a great thing. I personally would like to pick the entire Laker team for being the team to finally break the Boston streak here at Boston Garden, and I think they all deserve it.
I will pick Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There's my vote. Since we've got to pick one,
unfortunately, we have to bring Mark Goldsmith and Joel Westbrook,
so
our
we have
producer,
one vote for the entire LA Laker team. Mine for Abdul-Jabbar, particularly because of his great fourth quarter. This clock has ticked down, and the 48-game Boston win streak at the Garden has come to an end, 117 to 110. We're going to check back in with Charlie Neal at our studios with updates on NBA news and all the late scores, some interesting action happening tonight. Then we'll be back here with our player of the game from Boston Garden right after this.
to some other scores. First of all, the Lakers beating Boston, Celtics in Boston. Here in New Jersey, the Nets over Philadelphia 123-90. Tony Brown, the high man for the New Jersey Nets with 22 points. Nets the only team in the league with more wins in the preseason than they've won in the regular season. They won only their 4th game of the year. Sixers only 1 of 15 in the field, from the field. That was in the second quarter. And as I said again, New Jersey beats Philadelphia 123-90. Meanwhile, in Detroit, only the second road win for the Bullets this season. Jeff Malone had 30. Moses had 27, including the winning basket that came with 2 seconds left. The Pistons lose to the Bullets 116-115. Joe Dumars 22 points for Detroit. In Atlanta, Dominique Wilkins had 28 points for the Hawks. Eddie Johnson 30 for the Kings. It wasn't enough. Atlanta wins it 130-120. The Kings have now lost 8 of their last 9. Atlanta has the best record in the NBA. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, in the second quarter, the Bucks are leading the Bulls 41-39. Bulls started the season 7-3 and have won only 2 of their last 9 games. Michael Jordan has 8 straight games in which he has scored 40 points or more. He's going for number 9 in a row tonight. Meanwhile, in Denver, the Phoenix Suns are trailing by 2, 19-17. That's in the first quarter, and Denver has lost 7 of their last 8. Phoenix has won 4 of its last 5. And just getting underway in a few moments will be Portland at the Los Angeles Clippers. And we'll be taking you back to the Boston Garden in just a moment. Stay with us.